As a brief introduction about myself, I am a postdoctoral fellow at HKUST currently. I graduated my PhD in Chemical and Biological Engineering last 2022. And back in 2017, I am from the Philippines, so I graduated my Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, and I worked in the industry for 1 year. So currently, my research is on nanomaterial safety. Particularly, I'm investigating the uptake of plants of these nanomaterials and the biodistribution of these nanomaterials into a plant, which has the implication that if these nanomaterials stay into the edible parts of the plant, there is a risk of human ingestion. And if these nanomaterials travel out of the plant through transpiration, there's a safety risk in terms of inhalation. So we also study the toxicity and oxidative stress caused by these nanomaterials onto a mice with our collaborator, as well as the toxicity in vitro using cells to check if the results of the mice study are coherent. After my Bachelor's of Science, I actually had the opportunity to see HKUST for 1 week through the HKUST School of Engineering summer camp. So that's the time wherein we had the opportunity to see the campus, see Hong Kong for 1 week, talk to potential supervisors. And during my stay, I was able to see that there are different state-of-the-art research equipments in HKUST a lot, which are not available at my previous institution. I also get to learn about the generous HKPFS. So here, there's a very generous stipend, transport allowance, as well as research funding. And lastly, I have seen the very great and beautiful campus of HKUST. I knew that if I will go to a PhD program, that would require great effort and stress is inevitable. So I know that a beautiful campus is also very important for me. So when I saw that in HKUST and I learned that I had the opportunity to apply for HKPFS, I told myself that I will apply HKUST. And luckily and blessedly, I was able to be awarded the HKPFS application. So some of the tips for potential students who might be interested, this was what I did back then. So I gave emphasis on my awards, honors, and achievements because it shows my expertise on that specific field. And also, I get to try to show the impact of academic community and research projects. And if you already have your publications, that's also very helpful. Also, leverage your international exposures as it shows your diversity and cultural exchanges, and also your collaborations with other researchers or institutions as it shows that you are a team player. And most importantly, it would be good to have good endorsement letters and recommendation letters from your supervisors at your previous institutions, if possible to department chair or deans. That would be great. And of course, your potential supervisor who would vouch for you in HKPFS. So here's a typical schedule of mine for a week. We start Mondays with a group meeting with my supervisor. That's the time we show our experiment results and the papers we have written. Of course, read research papers, occasionally attend seminar trainings, and I mentor students, new PhD students and undergrad. And of course, I don't forget to go for my physical and mental health. So I go to gym, run, or swim. So here are some of the highlights of my journey. So back in 2022, I was able to attend a conference virtually. This was still pandemic, so it was virtual. So right after the pandemic, I was able to already fly out. So this one is American Chemical Society fall conference, and luckily, I also was able to obtain the poster presentation award with my research on toxicology of nanomaterials. And this year, I attended the EMRS, so this is in Strasbourg, France. During my PhD journey, there are also several international experiences from HKUST. One is the Asia Oceania Top University League of Engineering Conference in Tokyo, where we presented our researches related to Sustainable Development Goals, and the EWA-LUS International Seminars to empower women in STEM. Also, the Rising Stars for Women in Engineering in Sydney for young professionals aiming to enter academia, as well as the Industrial Plant Visit organized by the CBE department for those interested to go in the industry. In my research journey, I realized that collaboration is very important, both outside HKUST as well as inside HKUST. So by the end of this September, I'm actually flying to University of Paris City through the fellowship that I obtained. So this allows me for a 3-month scientific stay. So I will have a training on the laboratory for them to teach me on their expertise on human bronchial epithelial cells. And I have also met several talented individuals in HKUST. So, for example, Archie is very profound in organic solar cells, which resulted in publications by our contribution on material characterization and his expertise on solar cells. And my research journey has been very, very good due to the following. First of all, of course, my research supervisor, Professor King Lanyu. He is really inspiring and amazing. And he is very supportive supervisor throughout all the international exposures that as I have shared a while ago, which allowed me to grow. And also, I have seen the applications of some of the research I was involved in also through several community outreach initiatives. So, for example, I was involved in multi-antimicrobial polymer, which is very important during the pandemic because it disinfects a virus for 90 days. And also, I was able to talk to some inspiring individuals like the PhD Research Excellence Awardee, Dr. Yin Ran, where he told me that it's okay to make a mistake, but try not to do the same mistake twice. Yes, and the people in HKUST are also very kind, also very diverse. So I've met different lab mates where I learned from. They're also from different nationality with different projects. I also have met my friends in faith where they have been my constant spiritual support. And of course, the Philippine community, my constant source of energy and some people to share with. To some of my leadership activities where I am involved in, I have also met whole shooter community, engineering student ambassadors, and peer counselors. Definitely, HKUST is equipped with several sports facilities good for physical health as well as mental health during the challenging times. And Hong Kong also is a very good place for hiking, and I really like going to gym, running, and playing. As for my last advice for all the people currently here in Zoom, I could say that postgraduate studies is a challenging journey. It could be filled with late nights and extensive readings and actually a lot of self-doubt. But it's also an opportunity to discover our strength, resilience, and capacity for growth. So our mind is our most powerful tool, but it deserves nurturing. So we may give ourselves the grace to recharge by surrounding ourselves with supportive peers, mentors, and friends to uplift us because this journey is not meant to be taken alone. Thank you for this opportunity of sharing. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe see you around campus.